I'll be there whenever you want it.
So here's the thing with this song. Even if you don't know the words, you'll be like, doodle-da, I'll be around.
Knew just what to say.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hump day.
Oh gosh.
It's a good one. How's everyone doing? So nice out. Haven't done a thing but be outside today. So, the front of me is bronzed and a little crispy. Back of me, not so much. Back of me is still very ivory. So, tomorrow, if it's nice out, I'll be outside with my backside to the sun all day, just to even it out, like a rotisserie. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Anyway, I hope everyone's good. I was thinking today, we discussed, since I was talking about yesterday, and we talked about bugs, and I started thinking about my old place I grew up with in Barnesville Village, which was amazing. And then upon talking to my girlfriend Sarah today, we were talking about old times, and we kind of had a chuckle because you think about what the kids have today, right? So AC units, or maybe you just have an actual AC that comes through the house without putting them in the windows, and they got a lot of good stuff happening right now, right, in their lives. And you think about when we were kids, we talked about like low tide and that smell, and then the old way we used to catch flies with the old fly paper. Nothing like walking to the house with the fly paper hanging down and hundreds of dead flies stuck to them. Because that was sanitary? Like, it's not sanitary. Because black flies are from maggots that come from dead carcass, right? So now you think about it, you got dead carcass fly maggots that are now flies hanging off your ceiling that you kids are walking through and getting stuck to your hair, and they would sit there. It was like, okay, once one is on, can we take it down? But no. Why waste? Because we grew up in the time of we don't waste. So let that bad Larry get at least 25 to 30 stuck to it before we even start considering replacing. Remember, it was yellow and spindly and so nasty. So nasty. And then it brought me to the point of thinking when my mom had a piece of pottery bowl with succulents, which were really cactus. And how many times us kids got poked on I realize they're beautiful, right? But it is a hazard to children to have a cactus plant in your home, especially young children that have older brothers at roughhouse with the younger ones, me being the daughter and getting roughhoused by my older brother. Or, can you please dust? And when you are a 10-year-old dusting, you don't like to move stuff, so you try to reach over. Ow, 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 ow! And next thing you know, a million pricks. And probably some stuck in there but they're so beautiful when they flower. Well, do you get one flower out of the cactus? Like, why do we have it? It's not very flowerful. It's just very painful. And now you are walking around with a rash and Band-Aids and probably some quills like still stuck in your arm. And your parents will, just go wash and you'll be fine. No, I've never actually gotten over that one. So there's that. You're welcome. Thanks for the cactus. Matter of fact, maybe that's what you should, if your kids are bothering you, maybe go get some cactus and put it in their room. See what happens. See if they fall into it. If they're acting up, and be like, I'm going to go make you dust around the cactus plant if you keep that up. How's that for punishment? Then I'm not physically touching you. It's the cactus doing it. So then I'm out. Hands are washed clean of this. It's not me. It's you. Especially right now with everything having to be we're masked and we have to be sanitary and we need to wash our hands. Like, we grew up when, like, your mom would cut open, a chicken raw chicken on and beat it down and get ready to put it in the, and then you're like, oh, like they're preparing for later for dinner. They're putting it in the fridge after they do it on the cutting board, and then you're like, oh, can I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? And you know, it's just been wiped off with a quick cloth, maybe not any like spray or sanitizer, and your sandwich is being made right there on that same wooden table. And so
Love that.
with the wooden table, you can have the chicken germs, so salmonella. I mean, at this point, I kind of feel like if you were a product of the 70s, late 60s and 70s, even up to the early 80s, I think you might be safe with the corona because we have so many living germs in our body from the, you know, the more germs the better philosophy of growing up in life, that we probably are okay. I mean, I'm sure I've had my fair share of salmonella, like just surging through my blood from however many sandwiches were made on the same surface that the chicken was pounded on. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just thinking out loud here, but I'm sure a lot of you are connecting with this. You know, and I think, you know, and that's when you wanted like, oh, can we get some popsicles? And I can make the popsicles. We're not gonna buy popsicles. We can make the popsicles. And you're like, ugh. Because you know when your mom made the popsicles, it was with the frozen, it was with the frozen can of juice, and that had pulp in it. So now your popsicles had pulp in it, and there's nothing wrong with those popsicles. They taste just like the ones at the store. They don't, Mom, and I'm not, you know, I get it, but no, they don't. They don't taste the same. They don't. These have pulp in them, and no, and especially it was like, we'll make the lemonade. We'll get the frozen lemonade can, and then we'll make our own lemon, and then you can pour those in, and remember the popsicle things, and they had the tops, and then you had to wait for them to freeze, and it felt like forever to wait for them to freeze. And then when you finally ate them, it was like the most unsatisfying. It was great because it was a hot day, but it was like, God, it just doesn't taste like a cherry popsicle. It doesn't. It doesn't. At all. At all. Thank God our children don't have to deal with that, huh? Spoiled, rotten children.
Girl,
Popsicles.
be
Popsicles.
quiet.
Remember, you only had one flavor of Doritos. Now they have 17 different kinds.
Why are you talking about Doritos?
And, you know, and then in chips, you used to have one kind, Wise or Lay's or Ruffles. And now there's all kinds of wonderful flavors. But then, you know, you go buy the original kind, and I don't like that kind. It's like, what? How can you not like this kind? It's like the normal kind.
It's a gross.
No, I need baked, or I need on fire and jalapeno pepper. What?
I hate
See?
spicy chips.
And listen, hey Mouthy, why don't you get on the show and stop talking over there and bring your flavored chips over here?
Fortnite.
She's playing. I'm sorry, Fortnite. What the hell's Fortnite?
You
We
have-
didn't have. You know what Fortnite was for us? I'll tell you. Let me tell you about Fortnite back in the '70s. Fortnite for us was in the backyard, like we've talked about a little Outward Bound. You were in the backyard and you made a fort. And if you maybe were an absolute jerk, your mother said, "Go sleep out in your fort tonight." That was Fortnite. Fortnite. All right.
Fun.
Go right outside and sleep in your fort then that you built this afternoon with your friends, because your freshy mouth has got you out in the fort. So go enjoy your Fortnite. Fortnite. I can't talk. I'm playing Fortnite. Let's play Fortnite from the 70s. See how well that goes out.
I'm fine with that.
There'll be no winner in that one. You'll come in with 1,000 bug bites. And someone also mentioned no-see-ums. Let's talk about the no-see-ums. Like, no-see-ums are like the worst thing in the world. We talked about the greenheads, and we talked about mosquitoes and that killer hornet. But a no-see-um, like, just as the name is called, you don't see them. But, oh my God, are they the most irritating bug in the world. Like, enough to make me want to hurl myself out of a plate glass window when they start eating you. Because you can't get to them, and you can't see them, and they're all over you. And I hate them. That's one of those things that it's enough to make me go so crazy that I almost become angry. Like if it bites me again, I'm gonna lose my mind. I don't know if anyone else gets that reaction. Maybe it's just me, but I almost get violent tendencies when I get too many bug bites. But I guess if I had the fly paper hanging all over my house, then. But then, can you imagine when my kids had their friends over, like, why does your mom have the fly paper? And then my kids would have to explain, like, oh, she's still living in the 70s because that catches all the bugs that bite her, and then she's flipping out because of the bugs. And so now we have to have this, and it's very unsanitary. And can my mom make you a sandwich on the wood block that she just smashed raw chicken on?
You.
Sounds like a lot of people want to come. Why don't you bring all your kids to my house? Either way, they're going to go home filled with something that's going to fight off something that they may get. Because, again, the more germs, the better. At least that's how we work it out in here in this house. So it was a beautiful day today. Saturday's supposed to be 70, so I hope everyone's got their buns out. I think it's supposed to be beautiful tomorrow. I think there's a rain coming in maybe Friday for a little bit, but not much. I think things are looking up, guys. It's looking up a little bit, you know. Monday's gonna happen, and we're gonna open up a little bit. But again, let's not like rush the gate, you know. Just just a couple out at a time. Let's not full-fledged care in this one. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't. I think it's just a little bit at a time. So we don't overwhelm the mass. You know, like, let's not overwhelm each other with it. You know, let's not, if you are going to do it, throw it all over social media so everyone gets annoyed because there's thousands of you out at a time. Maybe be a little bit more discreet. Pull it back in a smidge. You know what I'm saying? You hear, Richard? What did you say, honey? Cool it now? See? Perfect. Cool it now. You're going to lose control if you all fly out that door. Sung right straight from Richard. Because he's right. We got to make sure that we do it, you know, with thoughtfulness in our mind while we're going for it. You know what I mean? Be aware. Because if there's too many Karens out, we're all going back in, and nobody wants to go back in. Because now we're coming up to that crucial time that it's going to be nice out, and we're all going to want to be outside. We're all going to want to be outside. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. That is where we're at. And that's all I got for you today. I feel bronzed. My chachi it feels like on a day like today, a chachi is always more delicious than on like a rainy day. You know what I mean? Because it just feels like summer. You know, it feels like summer. A day like today with a nice chachi, it feels closer to summer. And then if I just hang some fly paper, then we're there. And I'll make some popsicles for the girls tonight. I'll go find that pulp-filled juice that we used to buy and make some popsicles. Make them have the homemade kind. Let them really see. Let them really see. That was also the summer of Waldorf salad. Does anyone even make that anymore? I used to be a huge fan. Don't put the raisins in it. There are some people that would put the raisins in. I would just like this. Like, I'm going to throw those right out. But there was nothing better than a good Waldorf salad. Big fan of that. Big fan of Waldorf. I might bring it back. I think it needs a comeback. I mean, nothing better. Granny Smith apples, walnuts, mayonnaise. What else went in the Waldorf salad? I would put craisins in it. Was that it? Was that all that was in the wall? Grapes, maybe, I think were in there.
Apples.
I said Granny Smith apples, walnuts, mayo. I think they put raisins, but again, I just chuck all those right out. I do it with craisins. Check back with me on that one. Because I think, why not? Like, that's like bringing it back.
You say Waldorf?
Yeah, the Waldorf salad.
Celery, grapes.
Oh, celery and grapes. That's right. That was in there too. But it was delicious, wasn't it? I don't know who thought of those dishes back when we were kids. That was also like back in the day when you'd have goulash. And I got to be honest, not a fan of goulash. Please. I never liked the name casserole either. Like, because it always kind of in my mind was like everything you could find with some breadcrumbs on top. And God knows once you got in there and you kind of lifted it up what you were going to see. And that's not a good time to be a picky eater in the 70s because, you know, it was like whatever was put in front of you, you had to eat. And sometimes that took a long time. I'm not going to lie. A long time. And God bless you people. I am not judging, but God bless you people that like hot tuna on toast, like a tuna melt. It's hot tuna and a tuna fish casserole, like with peas in it. Like, I love you guys that can do that. I can't. That's my hang up. I'll own that. But for any of you that can do that, God bless you. Because that's what brings me back to my childhood. You know, working my way through that one. Tough. That was a tough one. So we're going to wrap this up. I hope everyone's having a great day. I hope everyone has a great night. It'd be a nice night for a fire pit. I think people should have them. So it gets you still outside for a little bit longer since there's no rain. And, be good to one another. And make sure you practice like common sense come Monday. Like, let's kind of work our way up to it and think about it. And know that we love you here on Bayberry Drive.
Mom, I'm
And
about to get a victory royale.
and Kai's excited because Fortnite, I'll give you a victory royale outside in a fort. Fortnite means victory royale means you're going to win. It sounds
First
to me
place.
like a fancy drink that you would have gotten in Vegas. But, I'm going to build her Fortnite outside and we'll see how she makes it through the evening. And we'll let you know if she made it out without poison ivy or bug bites or a small woodland creature snuggling with her throughout the evening. I hope everyone has a great night, and we are going to talk soon, and I'm going to finish the spinners off. And remember, like, if you don't know the words, it's just be like, doodle-doo. That's what I'm going to do because I don't know the words, but it's a good song. So I love y'all.
Now I found out today
Maybe Richard will sing for us.
the words had slipped away. But I know there's always a chance.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. See, it's really easy to do it.
Sparks can
Dun, dun, dun.
and love can burn once again. But I know
Whenever you
call me
I'll be there.
whenever you want me,
I'll be there.
whenever you need me.
I'll be there. I'll be around. We'll see you guys tomorrow. You're welcome.